Hi, ladies. I'm back. Listen, I want to talk to you about a few things. One of the main things I want to address today is how we pick our man. You know, that big hunk, tall, dark, and handsome. That fine as wine in the summertime with the smooth, sexy voice. The one that smells like smooth velvet. Anyway, I get a little worked up here. But anyway, my fine man, unfortunately, has gone to be with the Lord. But what I want to tell you is you do not have to settle. The first thing you have to do is get yourself together. Because when you think you are together, I want to share a little story with you. When you think you are together and you think you're all that and a bag of chips, trust me, baby cakes, you are not. Ask me how I know that. I went through a time when I was first dating my husband. I'd been saved for a long time. Excuse me. And I really thought I was pretty much there. I knew I had some issues to deal with, but I still, I thought I was ready for this man. And you know, the funny thing is, God showed me I was not. Now, as time went on, I started going to inner healing services at Pasadena Harvest Rock in city of Pasadena, California. Pastor Chayon was the pastor. Now, I was not a member of that church, but I was a member at the time of Living Waters. And the pastor there had encouraged us at the very beginning of these inner healing and deliverance services at Harvest Rock Church. He was encouraging all of us to go and get our blessing from God because God had put out an alarm, so to speak, that he was going to begin healing the body of Christ. And we started going. They had already checked it out, so they knew it was legit. And we started going. And I'm telling you, you talk about let the games begin. I had no idea what was going to take place when I went. But let me tell you, I felt like it was as if the Lord told me to walk around. I'm just telling you this real quick. It was as if the Lord had me walk around and just observe when I first went, because some weird stuff was happening, and I didn't want to walk out barking like a dog. But the Lord let me know it was real. He showed me, he compared it to the MASH unit when the doctors and the nurses take care of the soldiers when they come in from war and they're flown in and carried in so that they can be doctored up and sent back out to the front lines. Well, what got me was God showed me this is what I'm doing for my body, and I'll do it for you as well. And I started going 4, 5, 6 nights a week. I could not get enough. We would leave there sometimes at 1 o'clock in the morning, one eye open, one eye shut. But we got our blessing, and God was all in it. I saw men curled up on the floor, crying like babies in fetal positions. I mean, people were getting healed down to the core, including me. Now, I was dating my fine man at the time, but I didn't realize I wasn't ready to date. And the beautiful part about God was he took me through that process. And let me tell you, there were so many things that happened during those few years that to this day, I am not the same person I was as I'm not the same person I was. And I thank God for all the healing that he did inside of me. I broke up with the fine man so I could get my head screwed on correctly because I knew after going through those services and the ministry that I needed to concentrate on me. And I was starting to see more and more where I needed help. So I concentrated. I just went head first and just delved into this thing. And it was me and God and the healing services, and that was it. And after about almost a year, my fine man called me up with a marriage proposal. And we've been married for 15 years. But listen to this. Listen to the difference. This will help you men too. When I started, uh, when we restarted, rekindled, and we were preparing for our wedding, I noticed that some of the same things he said before we got started. I mean, before I started the healing process. Let's clear that up. Some of the same things he would say before the healing process. I noticed they didn't even bother me after the healing process. And I wondered, well, what was the difference? It was the same thing. It's not bothering me now. And I realized it was because my sore spots were gone. I probably would not have had a successful marriage with him had I not had the time to go through that healing service, the many healing services. I went through deliverance services. I went to deliverance training, prayer training. It was such an eye opener to help me realize just how much we need help and why we walk around limping and being sensitive, and people offend us and we don't like the way they said that, and we don't like the way they looked when they commented. Was that a snide remark? What did they really mean when they said so and so? And all the time, God's just telling us we need help. We don't have to try to figure out what they meant. We have to figure out why it bothered us so much. So, I say all that to say, ladies, leave the brothers alone for a while. Get alone with God. They don't have those healing services all over the place like they used to. But let me tell you, you can get healed at home. You can get your healing, your deliverance, and your wholeness at home, because you have to come whole. You can't come all fragmented and messed up, or else your marriage will reflect it. I'm going to come back and we'll continue this conversation in a few minutes.